Hello everyone, my name is Manish, and this is my first video of this YouTube series. I am creating a playlist where I will be teaching as well as learning this Python. And we all know that in this AI emerging era, Python has become a very important language to understand. So I will be teaching as well as learning because I am also learning Python right now. And I understand that while learning, you have to teach someone. And this makes you a better learner as well as gives you a immense understanding of anything which you are learning. So this approach you can use anywhere, that while learning, if you can teach someone, then you are learning in a good way. Okay. So now I want to just give a little bit of brief introduction about Python. I'm not making a full video on definition of Python and how to install Python. These are things are already available in the YouTube. But now I will give you a little introduction about Python. Is that this is a language which is a high level language, which we will be used to which we will be using to explain the machine that how we need our things to be done. Okay, so we will be do the talking part using Python to the machine. So Python is a high level language, but there are different levels of language. One is the natural language, which we really do use right now, that we use our natural language and interact with AI and our things are done. But using Python is a little bit low. It's a high level language, and then comes the machine language. Machine language is very difficult to understand with the human perspective, and it also becomes for us it becomes a tedious task. For example, you can see that C is the machine language, and as I told you that Python is a high level language and natural language is what we talk. Okay, so this is a very brief introduction about Python, and now I will be taking you to my GitHub, and as you can see, it's already open, that my GitHub, and you can access this whole content through my GitHub. And I want to make this GitHub a complete source of learning as well as for my tracking purpose. Okay, so today we are learning about function, not about the complete function. We will be learning it later, but right now I want to explain you a very interesting thing and a very simple thing, but it will be used in every script where you will be writing. Okay, so we are coming to the GitHub. As you can see, it's clear. To here you can access my GitHub channel. I will also put in the description. This is my GitHub username. Okay, so let's go to the function. That, as I have explained you that function, and about the function, we know that there are three different kinds of function, right? And there can be three different types of function. And what are all those functions? Functions, let's say, first one we get through the Python package, which are built-in functions, and here are like print, input, len. So there is a very interesting thing which I just realized while teaching you, that using input function, you take input from the users, but using output function, the machine gives the output. So input and print are go just opposite to each other, right? So it's very good thing. You will these things actually help you to remember all those functions. Okay, and not by just if you understand the core concept, it will be very much easy to understand, easy to remember. Okay, so input function is a function where you can take user input, and the print functions are where you can give user output using print function. And there is an example of length function. Using this length, you can actually measure the length of the string. Okay, we will be looking at every function later, but right now it's more focused about we are more focused about print function, and I am teaching you this in the very first, because every in every other section we will be doing any computation, doing any operation, we have to see output. So for that we will be using print function. So this is very important to understand. Right now I have explained you about built-in function. I've also explained you about right now I will be explaining you about the other type of function, which are external function, and they come along with the libraries. They come through the packages. So to actually one second. So to actually use those function, you need to import libraries. Okay, and we will be looking in the later that for using some functions we have to import library like pandas and numpy. So these you will be using if you are a data analyst. So pandas and numpy you will be using a lot, and if you are a data engineer you will be using PySpark a lot. So there are different functions, different libraries, and they provide you a set of functions and packages. So it can be understood in a very simple manner. And as I explained you two things about built-in function and the external functions, which come through the third-party libraries. And one is a very interesting thing that you can also define function. You can give some logic and also define a function and use it in a different script. Okay, so these are user-defined functions. So always remember that functions are there, and there are three types of function. First is built-in function, then the external function come with the third-party libraries, and the user-defined function. You can build your own logic, and you can use this function in every other script, right? So now this is the very small example how to explain the syntax. And now I will take you to my Visual Studio Code, because this is GitHub. It's just for the purpose to you have this code and try it with yourself. Okay, so now I will be opening my VS Code. Just give it a second. Okay, so now we are at our VS Code, and you can see that I have written the code, but let's go. So this is a, I will just comment out every other codes because I want you to learn step by step. Okay, just give it a second. And as you can see that I am also this is a complete proof that I am also in my learning phase. I am currently coding, and just after completing my code, I just start teaching. Okay, so this is very important that before just switching to another content, you have to be very sure that actually you got the clarity about the code or not, you got the clarity about the concept or not. So this is very important. And this is a slow process. Okay, and never ever doubt on the slow process where you are focusing on everything a lot. It takes time, but it builds a very good foundation. So I tell you that this process will take little more time, but it will give you a good understanding as well as a confidence to use all this thing in a very advanced Python code. We see very much thing here are into bits and pieces, but once it combined, it makes the codes very much advanced. So we have to understand this thing very in a very good manner. So let's say right now we are using print function. So I have written print and given a code, and under this code I can write the string part. Anything under this becomes a string under code. Okay, so now I will try to try to run this. Here's the terminal. Okay, so now you can see that Manish loves coffee. Okay, and I really love coffee. I am a hard fan of coffee. And so okay, just move it. Let's move to the other topic. So again, I have shown you the basic syntax of print function. Now coming to the very important topic. Okay, very important topic about the escape function, escape character, how to escape characters. Okay, and for escaping characters we will be using backslash. So we usually want to use sometimes we want to use comma and let's say double quotes in our string function. But as I have explained you that double quotes uh, is used to just mm, set a boundary about Python takes it as a that these if something is under double quotes, it is a string and you have to print that. Okay, double quotes act as a boundary. But what if I want to print that double quote also? So here we will be using backslash to remove the special character, to escape the special characters. Okay, so backslash is very much important here, and we will be looking at right now. Okay, so let's say I have to print, I want my output should be, my output should be like this. Output first, wait, I always want you to do this. This is a very important thing. When it will be, yes, this is very important thing. While you are learning, please snooze this because it's very important. Once it comes, I will snooze it. Yeah. While I again missed it. It's very difficult while learning because I don't want any suggestions to come smooth for 90 minutes. Okay, I don't want, so I will also tell you that please snooze this auto completion while you are learning, because right now I'm in a learning phase. Once I understand everything, then I will use it for faster coding, but right now I don't need. So right now what we want that our output should be this hashtag Python. Hi Python. So now we want that our output should be this. Okay, now we want this, but this now you can see that VS Code automatically is using a different color for the string which is under double quotes. Okay, so now we want our output should be like this. So now I want my Python to escape this character, just escape this character and move forward. Okay, so I will use backslash here. You can see that I've written the same thing using double quote, but I just introduced a backslash here and here. I want I want to tell that Python please skip this character because I want to include this thing in string. Okay, so skip this character. Okay, here again a backslash is there, so I want to tell Python please skip this character and move on. So here Python will get the understanding. Okay, user is asking for something else. Now let's run the code and see the output. Okay, so here you can see the output is this hi Python with double quotes. Okay, so for escaping special characters you need to use backslash. Now there is another way around to also do this thing. As I told you that for string you can use double quote as well as single quote. Okay, so here we will be using mixture of this, and the Python is very smart, and let's see. Okay, so this is a way, but here we are not using Python backslash, but I would suggest you to use backslash because it's a general rule for escaping characters, that you use backslash and it will escape the character. So I don't want you to remember another thing, that here you use single quote and then double quote Python and single quote. So Python will get the idea, okay, the string is completing under the boundary of single quote and the double quote is included in the string. Okay, so I want you to use the above code because it's a general rule. Okay, to escape character you have to use backslash, and this is another way around to understand. Let me run. Okay, so here you can see the both the output are same. Okay, both the output are same. So outputs are same, but the way is different, and we always in such situation we should always choose a general path. We don't, because our mind remembers what is the general things, and it is easy to actually remember. Okay, so I am commenting it out. I have explained you. Now we will be also using another use case. We'll be seeing another use case of backslash. So here control, I'm commenting it out. Okay, so here while learning also, while I will be explaining you that here while learning I also learned one new thing, and I would suggest you that once some error comes in your terminal, you don't we actually don't try to understand that error which comes in terminal, because it is also in a very different language, and I think it becomes very, very much irritating while understanding this error which comes in terminal. So I will show you what I'm actually trying to tell you. So let's say this is a some path which I want to print. Okay, this is a path which I want to print. It's C users and bara, and I would suggest you why this is a name bara, because right now I'm learning through a YouTube channel data with bara, and I will tell you that please, if you are learning Python or SQL, go and give a check out to that channel, and it's very good channel. Okay, so right now we are I'm learning from this, and let's run this. I'm what I was telling. Okay, so here comes the error. Okay, that okay, I want to print data with I want to print path, but just take a second and understand. I told you that backslash is used to skip characters. Okay, so now this code should run, because here what should be the output should be like this, that uh, output should be like this, that it should be path this, then C this colon, and it should be skipping the character U. It should be like this, skipping the character B, and it should be like this. Okay, so it should be like this. The what I'm trying to explain you, that output should be like this, but why there is a error, and why we are not able to like print the, because while thinking, and I always tell you that please, while just hitting the run code, just do a quick check, just try to get understanding that what all output will be coming outside. Okay, so I need you to do a quick check that okay, my code is right and what will be the output. You need to figure it out before running it. This will make you more this will make you more efficient while coding. Okay, so as we can see that output, as we know that backslash are used to skip the characters, but this is path, and in path we know that backslash are used. So how we should do this? The output should be like this, but the output is different. Output is telling that there is a error, syntax error, unicode escape, codec can't decode bytes in position 89 truncated. It's very difficult to understand that what they are explaining, but while I was learning, I actually ignored this thing. But once I tried to how I will be explaining to someone that why the error came, then I took a second and I understand that backslash is used to skip the characters, and it will be like the output should be like this, but the output is telling something, there is a syntax error. So let me figure it out what is the syntax error. So with that, I also found one interesting thing, and I will tell you guys that you will be also, you can do some experimentation and you will get good results on that. Okay, so what I found when I found this unicode escape is that if it comes this, if there is a slash u, if there is a backslash u, if there is a backslash u, this mean that there will be some six other digits, six digit, this will be followed by six digit. Okay, after backslash u, the python feels that python is expecting six digits like this. Okay, after you, python is expecting digits like this. Okay, let me zoom little bit. I forgot to zoom. Okay, just give it a second. Okay, let me try to zoom first. Okay, so it's more, wait, yeah, I will try to just remove this. Okay, now I think it's more visible to you guys, and sorry for the uh, zoom. I will do one more. Wait, yeah, yeah, now it's nice. Okay, So, where I was that I was telling, okay, remove this also. This doesn't make sense to have. Okay, so I was telling you that while learning, you will get some errors, and and you must be curious about the error also. And today we can today it's very easy to find all these things of all this error using ChatGPT or any other AI tool. Okay, so after finding the problem, what I found, it's the very interesting thing that the output should be like this, that should be used as to escape the character, but slash backslash u makes things very much different. That u tells the Python that he or he is expecting, Python is expecting a 6 hexadigit kind of thing. Okay, but what it's getting characters. Okay, so here is the error, and I will tell you that what I find, that what does it actually mean, that if you print this what actual Python was expecting was this. If you print this, you will get I'm commenting it out first. Okay, sorry, control this. Okay, I'm commenting it. So printing this, well, I am also removing this output. I have explained you why, what we are expecting as output, and now let's print. Okay, control. Okay, so you can see it's actually printing a emoji, which is very interesting that we can also print emoji using this Unicode. Okay, so I was explaining that I want now we come to the actual question, that we want our we want to print our part, but where is things like that backslash u makes sense. You have to do this. You have to make double backslash. Okay, you have to make double backslash, and this is how you can avoid the problem. Okay, which we are having right now. And now I will run code, so you can see that our output is this with a very good smiley. Okay, so it's nice. Let me clear. So this I have also explained you the use case of backslash, and I will suggest you that while learning, always find how it will be used in a real-time environment. What will be the real-time use case of this thing which I am learning right now? Okay. So now we will be learning new thing, that how to just the how to use backslash n and backslash t. Okay, and what is the actual real use case? Okay, so before going to that, I will want to explain you the problem is this, that let's say double quote message one. Okay, here is one output which we are expecting, print, and double message two. So before I am telling that before running this code, please have a quick check that what will be the output. What will be the output? The output will be first. Let's remove this part. We have solved this, right? Just I want to print the emoji and this message. Okay, message one and message two. So there will be one emoji and then message one, message two. Okay, so let's run. Okay, so one emoji, message one and message two. But what I want, that there should be some gap between this message one and message two. This will make the identification and the look very like we can say standard format. So for creating a new line after compilation of that line, after execution of that line, we can use backslash n for new line. Now I will run. Okay, so here you can see this, that message one, after that one new line and then message two. And let's say you want to that message one is this, and you want a tab after tab just before message two. So what I will do, and always remember that you are using this backslash and backslash t under the double quotes. Okay, this is very important to remember, and this is very important point to notice as well. Okay, so let's control. So I will clear once again to show you the clear message. Okay, so you can see first emoji, then a message, and there comes a new line of this is backslash n, and then comes a tab. backslash t, and then comes the message 2. So then here is the emoji message 1, then comes the new line, and then a one tab, and then message 2. So these are the use case of backslash n, backslash t, and a backslash as well as a double backslash. Okay, I've explained you four things how to four things related to backslash, and it's very important. Please have a remember this. And I've also explained you that backslash is used to escape characters, and if there is a backslash u, and there will be many more different types of thing that is linked with backslash and some alphabetical letter, and I would like you to comment on that what are different things are present. That backslash u is makes something sense to Python. It that backslash u means Python is expecting 6 to 7 more other digits for printing the emoji. It's a Unicode. Okay, so you please commented that backslash u makes sense, and there are many other different types of things which actually make sense. And to avoid this, we will be using double backslash. And I have also told you about backslash n if you want a new line just after execution of that code, and there will be a new line and then another line. And if you want a tab, a space before execution, then you will be using slash tab, and you can use tab everywhere, just in between the message, but always remember it should be in under the double quotes. Okay, not a win, not, you can use double quote as well as single quote, and I have also explained you the use case of single quote and double quote. Okay, so we have printed it. Just I want to remove this because the same thing it's written, and let's comment it out. I will also explain you this. Let's comment this. Okay, so I have explained you just before going. This is kind of a, take it as an exercise, and just before going to the clicking on the run button, please have a quick check. This is very important. Okay, so let me decode this. Okay, I am using print built-in function. Okay, and double quotes message one. Okay, the message one will be printed, and there will be a one new line, then all again a new line. There are two new lines. Okay, after message one, and then print, then with there in double quote there will be a backslash t, a tab, then message 2. Okay, and then we are printing uh, hi, and then a tab. Okay, so there will be a message 1, double line, one new line, second new line, and then tab, message 2, and then there will be other line with hi, and then there will be tab and everyone. Okay, so this I have done in my mind, and now I will run this code. Okay, you can see that things are like this: message 1, then one new line, second new line, then there will be a tab and message 2, and there hi and a tab, and then everyone. Okay, so this is a way by how you learn. Okay, by explaining things and also understanding all things, and it actually makes you more wiser. Like you can remember everything just by recalling it. You don't have to use any, you don't have to type it, you don't have to write it, you just can go through your mind. I can, so the whole perspective is to explain you what is the learner side of this video. Okay, I'm here to show the learner perspective and how it can be good. I'm not expert, but I understand that how we have to learn things, and it's very important. What we do is that we start a video and just binge it, but that's not the way of learning. You have to become, you have to make this foundation strong. And if you learn in a bad way, then you will be keep coming to this. Okay, that doesn't make sense. These are foundation, and it should be inside your mind. Okay, you don't have to just do all this printing new line, printing tab. These are very basic thing every should know, and everyone should know, and no one should just have that feeling that okay, I want to recall that thing. It's a very basic thing, and you have to recall this. It's a sign of a good developer. Okay, so moving forward, okay, so here is a one challenge I can say which I solved, and you can also take a time, take a pause, and you can do it by your own. So but while doing, I also learned one thing. I will explain you that. So what we are actually expecting, okay, from now, I will, what I will do, that I will write the output over where, and then I will code. That will make more sense. Okay, this is good. Okay, So what we are expecting? What we are expecting here is that your uh, learning, the string should be this. Your learning path, this is the output what we are expecting is one new line, then one new line, then there will be one more space and tab also. We are learning Python basics, right? We are learning Python basics. We are learning Python basics, and then one new line, another tab, then this. We are learning data, uh, data engineering. This is a kind of a roadmap which you can see that I will also follow. That I want to explore data engineering profile as well, and this is a quite logical roadmap. Okay, you can see this. Okay, so what we are expecting is this. What we are expecting is this. I will comment it out. Oh, sorry. I always make a mistake here. You guys, please don't do this. Okay, so now what we are expecting is this output. Okay, that from Python basics, data engineering, AI engineering. Okay, now I'll run this code. There is nothing other. Okay, no. So I will run this code. Control R. Okay, let me clear first. Now control R. Control R. Okay, so you can see what we were expecting is new line. Okay, we get a new line Python basic fair, then new line data engineering, then new line AI engineering, and there is one more thing is anything which we didn't consider, but what you got the understanding that your learning path, then there will be new line but a tab. Okay, so this is in the code that your learning path, a new line with tab, then Python basics, new line with tab, then data engineering. So you understood it very in a good manner. But what here we will be talking about the code quality, right? We can see that the code length is becoming larger and larger. Now, if we go to the nitty gritty of this, that if you go to the very specific thing, like in data engineering, you have to include all those things which you will be learning. In AI engineering, you have to all those things. Then this line becomes a very long list, right? So how we will be doing this? So, and we have to also make our code quality good. Okay, so we will be following a good practice. We will be using triple quotes. Okay, what we will be using? We will be using triple quotes. Let's see, I will explain you. So we will be using triple quote. Now you see what the same thing is written like this. Okay, the same thing is written like this, but we are using here triple quotes. So always use triple quotes while you are changing the line. And if you have a long code, long text code, so please use triple quote, and you have to write the same thing, but instead of doing that, you this is a good practice and also makes your code look standard and good. Okay, so now I'll be printing the same thing. Control R. Here you can see the same thing we are getting. And here is the problem that I would like to understand, that why we are getting new line here and not here. Okay, so we can actually ask this. We can actually ask this, and I will do right here. Okay, I will, and I would suggest you to watch this video in a little bit in a speed, because these process actually take time, and I will just give me a second and I will just do Control Shift C. And this is actually very important to understand, because now we are getting something different, okay, from the expected. But while using I'm using ChatGPT to actually understand the difference in output, that I have coded the same thing, just using triple quotes make the thing different. Why? While using triple quote, I am getting a different answer. Why? So let's see the changes. I will put the output on the screen. Let's see. Okay, so here is the output you can see, and now we are in our chat GPT screen. Okay, so let's understand that here's the cleaner version. Let's understand. Hello, how are you? Fine with the explainable codes. Value. You are getting a different output because triple quote keeps everything exactly as you type it, including blank lines, space, tabs, indentation, everything. Okay, so if you type like this, you will get the result like this. So, but we actually typed like this was okay, okay, got it, got it, got it, got it. So here to get the same thing, what you have to do is like this. Wait, if we remove slash n, uh, if we remove slash n, because what we see that triple quotes actually keep the way how you have written the things. Okay, now we will run. Let me clear so that we can see the comparison, and it's very, I feel very good while learning. You get to see what you are. Okay, now again, so everybody now you can see that how this is a perfect example that how learning and teaching simultaneously can make you a good learner as well as it will gives you a good understanding. I should have been just ignored while while learning that okay there is a difference, but let's see, okay, let's move on to the next topic. Okay, but while teaching I feel that okay, no, now I have to explain it, and someone sitting beside me will just raise the question why we are getting this error. Okay, he will raise it. This is a normal human psychology that he will raise the question. So what we learned that using triple quote, here we are using new backslash new backslash new line, but while using triple quote, the way you are writing the code, you will get the answer like that itself. Okay, so this is a way of learning, and I want you to just tell you every time that please just follow this process and you will be learning in a different way and in a good manner. Okay, so now I think we are in our last topic of our print function, and here we will be seeing a use case of print function. And this is very important to understand that while learning we should always think about the real time use case. Okay, so let's see. Control this. I'm now commenting it out the code. Okay, because right now we have to move on to the next topic. Control this. Cool, cool. So now here I am telling you that the built-in print function is very much interesting. Here I have taken the simple code that total quantity is 35 units, the price of each unit is 100, and the revenue generated is 100 into 35, which is 3500, right? Now let's say there is a big calculation and you want to check uh, a sub part of the calculation, so you can go and print the half part of that uh, code, and you can get the understanding okay where is the error. You can use print function to debug. Okay, here let's say if here we want to see the total revenue. Okay, it's 3500, but I want to see that actually the total quantity was, what was the total quantity. It can be 36 as well, it can be 39 as well, there must be some calculation error. So we can use print function to query to get total quantity, to get the price also. So this will actually help you to debug as well as see the steps of any computation, any calculation, right? So let's do control R. So here you can see that the answer is 3500, 35 and 100. So this you print function is a very simple built-in function which helps us in debugging as well, in giving output to the user, and it's a very good way to communicate with the machine, and it's a very fantastic way of learning using build function. And this is it, guys. We have learned about print function, that it's a built-in function, and and a basic knowledge about function, how function works. And we will be looking at function in detail in later. But for today, this is nice, and we have what we have learned. You can go to my GitHub link, and you can get the code from here. But I would suggest that go to my GitHub and just have a look at it and try by yourself. Okay, and thank you guys. And if you like this content, give it a like or subscribe. And I will be keeping posting all these videos in my daily series. And I would love that you should learn all together. And the perspective is clear that I'm a complete learner, and I want you to just learn together with me and with the new concept. And if you feel something different, just you can also comment it out. Thank you guys.